Hello and welcome back to our next lecture on learning Autodesk Inventor. Today we are going to start with our first drawing and we're going to talk a little about the constraint and why they are used for. Okay, just go ahead and open Autodesk Inventor. I already have opened mine. Okay, once you open it, go to Projects to check if you have your project activated. This check-in indicates that it is activated. If you don't have it activated, just double click on it and it will be activated. Okay, click done, and now we can create a new file. Just go here and choose the standard.ipt. Double click on it or just go create here. Okay, here we are. As you can see, I'm missing here something. I'm missing the model bar. But I can turn it back. Just go here to view, user interface, and check the model option. Okay, now here it is. Okay, as I said before, to create a 3D model we first need to have a sketch. To create a sketch, you can go to the sketch menu and choose start 2D sketch. Either you can go here to the origin and choose your plane, XY, XZ or YZ. I always use the XY plane because I'm used to it. Now you can just go here, click here new sketch, or you can just go here start 2D sketch. It's the same thing. Okay, now we are here. So this is the working space when you're in the sketch mode. Now first you are going to check this center point. Just go here and make that visible. Just go here, visibility. Because in Inventor you always start from the middle. When you're drawing something, you start from the middle point and try to make it even symmetrical if you can, because that's more comprehensive and more easy. Okay, let's start to make our first line. Just go here and click to the line button, left click, and just click anywhere you want, just a random line, and right click to exit the line mode, or just click escape on your keyboard. Okay, this is our first line. As you can see, when I select it, changes its color. Now it is green. When you select it, it's blue. Okay. What does the green color mean? It means that it is not constrained, because when everything you make something, you can either make it constrained or not, but this time I won't make it constrained. Now, as you can see, I can move it around, I can change it, I can scale it, I can make it bigger, smaller, I can rotate it, I can do whatever I want. But in Inventor, you don't want this to happen. In Inventor, you always have to use constraint, because you don't want your design to change its shape after you make a 3D model or anything else. So in order to avoid that, we need to use constraints. This is a constraint panel, and here are many constraints which we are going to talk for each and every one. We are going to start with something more simple. We are going to use first the horizontal constraint and the vertical constraint. Okay, let's use the horizontal constraint. Let's say I want this line to be horizontal. Just go here, click horizontal constraint, and you can click the line, but not the middle point or not the edges. Anywhere as you want, but not just these three. Okay. Now it is aligned horizontally. Just exit the constraint mode, and as you can see, now I won't be able to change it. I cannot make it horizontal, or I cannot change it. I just can move it around. I can change its shape, but it will still remain horizontal. Okay. Now I want to align it with the center point. Once again, I have to go here, click horizontal constraint, and you can choose the edges or the midpoint. I will choose just the midpoint. Okay, and right click OK. You might not see it, but it is still here. It is just aligned with the line. And now, as you can see, it has changed its color. It has now a dark blue color, which means that it is constrained with the center point. But I am still able to move it around. In order to avoid that, I will use another constraint. I will go now, this time I will use the horizontal constraint. Now if I click this edge, you will see this little point. If I click here and at this center, now as you can see, oops, it begins here and it stretches to the right. But I can make it even left if I wanted. To avoid that, I will need to give it a dimension. Just go here, click Dimensions, and click on the line. And you can see that this line has 7.733 millimeters. Just click here and we can now edit. Let's make it 10 millimeters. Just type 10 and push enter. Okay, exit the dimension mode, and now we won't be able to change it or to do anything with it. Now it is perfectly constrained, and this is good. Whenever you work on an inventor, you will use constraints. Okay, but what if I don't want to use constraints, or what if I have done something accidentally wrong and I want to reverse it? To exit the constraint mode, you will need to go here to the relax mode. Just click here and now you can move it around. To change its dimension, you will have to delete the dimension option, and now we can do whatever we want with it because it is now on the relax mode. Okay, let's delete this. Let's delete this too. Okay, now we are going to make a simple drawing. In order you to learn better how to use it, we are just going to use the line option. Later in another video we are going to use the circle and the arc and so on, the rectangle, but for now we are just going to use the line option. Okay, now I'm going to make a simple drawing. I'm going to use only the line, and I'm going to start to make a simple drawing. Okay, I will give it a simple shape, but we're going to use the constraint to give it a better shape. Okay. Okay. Now this is it looks very ugly, but with the help of the constraints, as you can see, it already have some constraints here. We can change them, we can delete them. Just click here, delete, and now there are some more. Okay, now we can change its shape. As you can see, it is now breaking. Just go here, click this and this, and now it is connected. Okay. Let's say we want this line to be horizontal. Go here, click the horizontal constraint, and click here. Okay. Now it is horizontal. Let's say we want this to be horizontal too. It's already horizontal. But let's say we want this to be aligned with this line. Okay. Click OK. Now we want this to be aligned with the origin. Just go select one edge and select here. Now it is aligned. Okay, what else do we want to change here? We want this line to be vertical. Just go here and don't select the middle point or the edges. Okay, now it is vertical. One more time, okay. Now I want this and this to be 90 degrees. Just go here. Sorry. We select first this, then that. Okay, now it is 90 degrees. And as you can see, it's now taking a better shape. We can go here. We want to make this vertical too. And now it is vertical. We want this to be vertical lined. Right click, OK. And we want this and this to be 90 degrees. You could just go simply click the horizontal constraint, make it horizontal. Either you can choose this option, it's the same thing. Now click OK. I want this to be at the center. Just go here, click the vertical constraint, select this point and this point. Now it is at the origin. Okay. As you can see here, now it is perfectly constrained, but we can still change its shape. In order to avoid this, we need to give it dimensions. Okay, you can choose any dimensions you want. I will just randomly put some dimensions here. Just click the line and you will make this 10 millimeters. Let's say this 20 millimeters. We want this to be 15. Let's make this 10 too. You can just put 10, or if you want to synchronize it with this dimension, just click this and OK. Now this is OK. It's automatically made it 15 because this one is 15 and it is aligned with this one. Now what we're gonna do, this one is gonna be 20 as well. Just click 20, OK. And this one we're gonna make 5. OK. This one is gonna be 5 as well. Just click here, 5. This one will be, let's say 10. And this one, I think this is already aligned. Let's give it, okay, 10. And now it is finished. As you can see, there are no green lines. That means that it is all perfectly constrained. We can't move it, we can't change its shape, we can't change its dimension. Even though we can change the dimension, if we go directly to edit them, we can make this for, let's say, 20, or we can make it smaller. Just turn it back, okay. Now, okay. If we are not sure if we have any freedom of movement, we just go here, show all degrees of freedom, click here, and as you can see there are no degrees of freedom. If we would have some, it would show on us. Just let's just delete some to see, and okay, that's what it looks like when you have degrees of freedom. So this is what it shows. It shows us that we can move it when we can change its shape. And that's why the reason why you use constraint, because you can really mess up your drawing. Just make this back, Control Y, and here we are. Okay, now this is a nice drawing. We are gonna save it, but first you will need to finish your sketch first. Just click Finish Sketch, and now you have your first sketch. You can view it from a different angle, and every time you lose your sketch, just press F6 and it will bring back to your sketch. Once again, F6, and here we are. Okay, now let's save it. Just go File, Save, Save As, and here we have our project. Oh, sorry. And let's give it a name. Let's call it First Sketch. Okay. Click Save. And it is done. Now this is our first sketch. Okay. So that is enough for today, and in the next lecture we are going to make another sketch, but we are going to use some circles and arcs, and we are going to talk about more about the constraint panel. Okay. Alright, see you in the next lecture, and goodbye.